you today? It's a beautiful weather out, and I hope it is the same where you are. All right, so today we're going to be walking you through how we made one of our own bespoke pieces, and I call it the silhouette mini dress. I call it silhouette because it follows the figure, and then it is short. And then we, capped it up nicely with this ruffled base. But before I go ahead and walk you through how we made all of this beautiful, number right here, are you new to our channel? You should totally go subscribe. On a weekly basis, we bring you brand new videos, walking you through how we made one of our own, walking you through, inspiring you on all of the possibilities of crochet, and also demystifying what one celebrity or another wore. Yes, we also walk you through patterns. We draw patterns, yeah, we modify patterns, we simplify patterns, yeah, and all of that. Everything to make your crochet life easier, yeah. All the tips and tricks that you need to make your crochet life easier, you can find all here on our channel. Please do subscribe. And then we have our galleries up on Instagram for our wedding day apparel. You can find those at Makisode Weddings. And then for our everyday casuals, corporates, accessories, and the likes, you can find those at Makisode Models. Do well to follow, do well to like, do well to leave a nice comment, and do well to share our content. Please do share our content. All right, so let's start. What happened here? Everything here was worked with half double crochet stitches. Half double crochet stitches. That's how the entire dress was worked, except for the ruffled part, right? And it was worked with Aran weight, say a 4-ply, right? Yeah, 4-ply. You can 3-ply can work for this. So, but yeah, 3-ply, 4-ply works for this dress perfectly. So you can use those for that. And then of course, if you're using those, you know to keep your hook size in the range of 4 to 5, 3 to 5, or 3 to 6, depending on how your tension, depending on what your tension is like. Now, all of these terms that I am using, if you're not familiar with them, it means that you're not yet at that level. And so this maybe this tutorial isn't for you. My tutorials are usually for those in their intermediate levels and advanced levels. If you're not in the intermediate level and advanced levels, you may not understand the terms that I use and the way that I work my tutorials. Yes. So if you are, in a level lower than that, you may need one-on-one classes or tutorials, as the case may be. And that we can do for you for a token. So let me go back to my dress. So this dress, as you can see, is sleeveless and has this perfectly curved round neck. Now, for this neck, I'm going to be inserting a video that would walk you through how to achieve this perfectly rounded neckline. All right? Yes. And then I'm also going to be inserting a video that showed how the process of working our half double crochet stitches on this dress. But more importantly, it is the division of the dress. As you can see, we have an equal measure, right, of brown up there, and then the brown here, yeah, and then the lower brown. And then as well as the lemon green and peach right here, you can see that we have an equal measure of from there to there and also from there to there, which is a very important aspect of working your crochet garments. Measurements. So if you had decided, or if you had planned that, oh, your mini dress or even your ankle length dress is going to be measuring about 40 inches, it means you're going to have to part that into the colors you want to use. So you decide, oh, I want to use 8 inches each for my plain, and then I want to use a number of inches for the mixed part. So it will enable you to do this. So, but for this dress, we worked from under the armpit, yeah, this armpit region, under the arm. We walked from here downwards, and then we walked back up. So to walk downwards, right, we walked in the round. We maintained our half double crochet stitches in the round, maintain the number of stitches. All right, now you're going to have to use your foundation chain will be the measurement of your bust, essentially the measurement of the chest area. So that's what your foundation chain would be, and then you walk downwards first. You're going to be walking your first row, the foundation row. You're going to be walking that in the bottom loops to achieve you to be able to walk back up. You have to walk that first row in the bottom loops. If you don't know what that means, please ask in the comments. Ask, right? If you don't know what walking in the bottom loops mean, please ask. All right, but however, if you know what working in the bottom loops means, bottom, not front or back. No, know that the stitch has a front loop, a back loop, and then the bottom loop, that loop that is on the bottom when you turn the stitch around, that's the part that I mean. All right, so yeah, we work that downwards, yeah, maintaining our measurements, and then at the midriff, this mid region right here, the waist region, we reduced our hook size. Now you can achieve this also by decreasing the number of stitches that you have. So if you had 104 here, you could decrease until you have maybe about 96 or 80 something and all of that, just so that you can have this silhouette that I spoke about. And then as you advance, you increase it back to accommodate the width of the hip, or you go back a size up. So now this you can achieve by probably using 4 for the chest region, size 4.5 for example, and then towards here, towards the mid section, you maybe reduce your hook size to about 3, yeah, and then you increase your hook size back to 5, yes, because essentially normally the hip is a lot wider than the chest region. So increasing the hook size to about 5 will totally give you this look and feel. So you do what works for you, all right? And then when we got to this bottom part right here, we got to a point right there. Let me lift this up so that you can see. When we got to a point right there, we eliminated a few stitches right there, and then started walking round and back around, leaving this place open to enable us work these ruffles. So our ruffles, we worked our ruffles in lighter weight yarn, say a 2-ply for example, and then we used V stitches, double crochet V stitches. We just worked about 6 rows of that and we were good. So if you insert a V into every stitch, you would achieve this nice ruffle feel. 1 V in every stitch you will achieve. 1 V consists of all of 3 stitches, so that means you're putting 3 stitches into 1, so it will give you this very nice ruffle. And then we came back up, right, to divide the tube, because essentially the dress ends up as a tube. So you divide the tube into the back panel and the front panel. We walked up the back panel all the way up to the neckline minus 1 row. The neckline minus 1 row. Why? That 1 row, you're going to just be walking from there to there for the shoulder part, right? And then from there to there. So you walk the back row all the way up minus 1 row. So if you're planning to walk 15 rows, for example, for the back panel, you're going to be walking 14. And then the 15th row is where you just walk the shoulder part, leaving where the neck seat is going to be. And then, of course, the front part, you're also going to be lifting to a point. You leave when you get to about, if your armhole depth is 7, for example, you're going to be walking until you have about 3.5 left. So halfway through, you're going to stop and then walk your sleeve. That's it. Walk your sleeve, meaning you're going to be walking decreases until you get to the same number of stitches you had up here, decreases until you have the same number of stitches you had up here. I'm going to insert a video that shows you how to do that. That's about it for this dress. Is there any part about this dress that wasn't quite clear in all of the things I said? Like I said, my videos are for intermediate and advanced level crocheters. So if you're not one of those, please, when you ask your questions, ask properly, ask nicely, and we will see what it is we can do for you. So yeah, that's it. Now you're busy, yeah, you love the dress and you'd like to have it, but you do not have the skill level, you want the dress, please do ask us in the comment section. We'll make it for you for a token. And on the other hand, you love the dress, you can probably crochet, and so you want a pattern. Oh yes, please ask in the comments and we will write you a pattern for a token. All right, now this part right here is free. So if you can follow the instructions, follow the prompts and work it, good for you. But if you cannot, everything else will be for you. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe,